Hello, everyone. So we are at the final session for today, and probably the most fun of them all. We're gonna do a startup pitch competition soon. So I just want to explain the rationale of why we decided to go for this competition. So one of the reasons that we picked Barcelona in the first place as the location for this conference is its vibrant crypto and fintech ecosystem. There is a bevy of extremely talented and innovative people and companies here. That is why we decided that the concluding session for the first day of BTC will be the startup competition. This competition is all about recognizing and showcasing them. Finance Magnates teamed up with Finnovating. Together, we opened the floor for local startups and gave them the opportunity to submit their work. We then picked 5 contestants who impressed us the most as finalists. What you're about to see is 5 pitches. After the presentation, me and Jesús Pérez, the co-founder of Finnovating, will serve as judges, and soon enough, we will announce the winners. So, Jesús, please.
So, thank you, first of all, to the organization. I think it's really important to try to make as visible as possible all the people who's working in blockchain and also in finance. And as there are a lot of very big projects in Spain, a lot of people working, I think this is an amazing opportunity. Second, first for the project to present to the contest pitch. I think there are very good projects that we have selected the best ones from all the people who apply to the contents. And I think the important thing right now is to see how are the projects, explain us, and to decide what is finally the third finalist. So let's begin with the first project. No?
Together, please.
Well, thank you very much for having me here. Okay.
Just a second.
Yeah. Well, it's going to be one of the most difficult presentations that I have ever made because this presentation is like 10 hours long, okay? And I have only 5 minutes to explain you why I think the world has changed, also why we are going to change the world, and third, why I'm going to ask you help for changing the world. Well, the first thing is quite easy because if you think about the economies right now, the financial sector right now, you have a world which is based in fiat and an emerging world which is based in crypto assets. Not only cryptocurrencies, but crypto assets. Everything is going to get tokenized. You have the fiat world which is promoting an economy which is capitalism, is consumism, which is somehow exhausted. I have everything. I have shirts, I have shoes, I have dishes, I have forks, so I'm not a natural consumer. And if you think about the business model of the financial sector, which is interest rates, and interest rates are at 0 or negative, okay, they are not going to lend me money to buy things, okay? So the capitalism is some kind exhausted. And there are emerging new economies, which are behavioral economies, gig economies, free gift economies, Internet of Things economies, which are based all in this new kind of asset, which is no more and no less than an evolution of money. The second thing is why we are going to change the world is because we have built, we have the old financial system and we have built a completely new financial system from scratch. With latest technologies, artificial intelligence to automatize the economy, machine learning to optimize, natural language processing for user interaction, obviously blockchain for transactionality, transparency, new money, and big data for business analytics. And with that, what we have done is we have created we have pegged in the old system the new one, and everything that I do in the old system, I replicate on the new one, and everything that I do in the new one, I replicate on the old one. And whenever I'm sure about regulation, and whenever I'm sure about the culture, and whenever I'm sure about the technology, I will start decoupling the new system. What we have done, we have taken the financial system and we have split in three big legs. The first one is what we call the smart liquidity banking, which is 80% of the things that everybody does. Payments, direct bills, transfers, And we have to do exactly the same that we are doing with euros or dollars. We are replicating in Ethers, Ripple, Stellar Lumens, or any kind of asset, crypto asset that you have right now, okay? The second one, if imagine that I'm going to a supermarket and I'm trying to buy a 4K TV, okay? And I have a robo-advisor, Flap, who's saying, Salva, be careful, because next week you are going to have the insurance car, and in 2 weeks you're going to have your children's college, okay? And in 1 month you are going to get out of liquidity for 5,000 euros for 2 months. And in that exact moment, and in that precise moment, and whenever I need a financial product, I will go to a marketplace, which is a smart contextual marketplace. I will go to a marketplace all over the world, fintechs and banks, and I will say, okay, I have this user that need this loan for this amount and for this period of time. I'm not going to create ever interest rate product, ever any product of banking, because I'm going to use a marketplace. And the third one is about the new economies, about the tokenization. If you think about your finance, it's not about the euro or the dollars, because you don't drink the euro and you don't eat the dollar. It's about the money that you spend on gasoline, the money that you spend on the grocery, the money that you spend on the lawyer or in electricity. And the third part of together is the smart tokenization banking. It's about the new tokenized economies. And the way that we are developing together is because we are going to get the users inside the platform. It's not a margin or commission business, it's about an incentive business model. We are going to create in all this system around our coin, which is the 2ET coin, okay, to get all the value of the network, all the value of the users, of the providers, of the fintechs around together. And that's in 5 minutes what is together. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you so much. Next in line is the bank.
Hello, good afternoon, everyone. I'd like to have my slides. A second. Ah, okay. Okay, first of all, let's make sure that we all understand why we are here for. So, how many of you are familiar with the abbreviation DeFi? Okay, not so many. So DeFi, you know, decentralized finance. Why decentralized finance matters? Let's have a look at some of these brands. These brands are recognized, they are not the only ones providing decentralized finance services, but they are currently the only ones providing financial services in a decentralized manner which have sufficient user base. You may recognize some of them. But let's get back to the reason why should we care about decentralized finance services. So the reason is very simple. As a founder of 0x, Will Warren mentioned, current global financial system is sort of geographic lottery. What did he mean by this? You are either lucky enough to be born in a developed country that protects fundamental human rights, or you are born into an oppressive regime that suppresses economic development and the standard of living. DeFi products, they shall not target only emerging economies, because also in developed countries, we have a lot of issues with our financial system. So let's have a look what is DBank about. DBank, the core feature is peer banking, so peer banking peers. We identified 5 key players in our ecosystem, so Alice the hodler, Bob the businessman, Charlie the lender, Dave the financier, and Emily the trader. It's not important at the moment to describe what they are doing, but important is to say that they all are working towards the best performance of entire ecosystem. So the incentives are designed in a way that they are either counterparties for contracts or they are mitigating the risk for each other. One-liner for DBank, DBank is accounting layer on Bitcoin. There is this misconception and belief that, yeah, we need tokens, we need to create new blockchains or something, but why don't we just use Bitcoin with the biggest market capitalization currently, And why don't we just build on payment channels such as Lightning Network? So after around 10 months of research and development, we identified that our solution is technically feasible. We are aiming for providing a global application, global access to our application, because we will be only protocol layer. So we don't have to comply to regulation in each of the countries. It's the service which will be built on top of us, which shall comply to the regulation. And also, our best interest is to make the product open source. So everyone can benefit and everyone can take the piece of code, tweak it the way they like it, and enjoy the shared global liquidity. How do we compare to the competition? So here it really matters what kind of features matter to you. So for some people, it's very important to have a global access or to enjoy the trustless service. For some people, market-driven interest rates are very important, but as you can see from this table, we are a strong protocol layer with shared liquidity and market-driven interest rates. And this is why we stand out in comparison to current existing DeFi products or banks. Who is our team? So the founders are Patrick. He's very experienced in fintech. He's been building some startups since about 10 years. He had some partnerships with MasterCard and Visa. Then Tomáš, a mathematician, financial engineer, Bitcoiner. Entire team besides me is based in Prague. I'm based in everywhere. Juraj Bednar, 12 years building 3 IT security platforms. He's strong in crypto and more on the privacy side. And then the rest of the team. And very important to say, DBank is not the idea. And as I mentioned, we have been conducting research and development since about 10 months. And we proved that the project is technically feasible. MVP is planned for early 2020. And yeah, follow us for further updates. I hope you enjoyed the presentation. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Next in line is Jelurida.
Hello. Well, Jelurida is a blockchain development company. We were born as a group of developers, then we did an ICO and we launched our own blockchain. We write it from scratch in Java and we own the intellectual property. So the question is, why you guys develop another blockchain platform? Well, we think that if the vision we share here, all us, is that tokenization will go into revolutionize society and economics. First, we need to solve some problems, technical problems. Energy waste, we cannot burn the earth just to keep a blockchain awake. So this is why we were pioneers in proof-of-stake algorithms. Scalability, we have developed an architecture of parent chain and child chain. So each project can launch their own virtual blockchain on top of an existing infrastructure. Blockchain bloat, we don't want the database of the blockchain become too big because then you cannot run a full node. So we run the older transactions and we just keep a small reference and we store the transactions into storage nodes. Then user experience. Users don't understand that to send a token, they need to pay gas in another token. We solve that doing bundlers. Bundlers are special nodes in a network where the application developer can subsidize the fees for the end user. And finally, smart contracts. Smart contracts are very nice for programmers, but most of the smart contracts do the same. So what we did is we pre-program smart contracts into the blockchain, and anyone can use them without knowing anything on programming. They just use the wallet to issue a token, to voting, to send a message, or you can include that in your own application with an API. And you only program if you really need to do a special thing like reading an external oracle or something like that. So that's about the technology. Very nice. If you want to use for tokenize your application, great. But this is a trading conference. So we also have tokens. We have the NXT token, which is our original blockchain. And if you hold it, you earn fees from the proof-of-stake consensus algorithm. And as we own our own, we own the intellectual property, we put a condition, if anyone wants to copy our technology, they can do that with the condition they airdrop 10% of the new tokens to the NXT holders, so you get profit from there. Then we have Ardor. Ardor is the multi-chain platform, the platform that holds all these projects in their own virtual blockchains. So here you also earn the fees from the transactions, but the transactions from all the child chains. So the most child chains join our ecosystem, you earn more money. And finally, Ignis. Ignis is the fuel for the lightweight smart contracts, the fuel for their asset issuance, which is an equivalent of ERC20 tokens, and you also get airdrops. You get airdrops for Ardor clones or from new child chains. These are some of our customers. And for example, the next 14th of July, there will be Terrific, which is launching a Pokemon Go class game, and they will airdrop 25% of the new GPS tokens to all Ignis holders. So here we are at your service. We are 20 and growing. And either if you want a good technology to deploy your decentralized application, or you are just an investor looking for cool tokens where to invest, we will be happy to help you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Jelurida. Next in line is REALFUND, or REALFUnd, is it?
Let me set the clock. Okay. Okay. Hi all. REALFUND is a company that tries to make a democratization in real estate investment for everyone with crowdfunding, with the security, liquidity, and efficiency of blockchain technology. It's a simple business. It's a real estate business with crowdfunding and a layer of blockchain. Who are we? Well, my partner, Lorenzo, he's the techie, engineer, programmer, everything. He's a real nerd, a fantastic person. I love him. And I am Jose Garcia. I am a real estate pro. I've been working in real estate business for 25 years. And now I'm doing something with the new technologies that we are enjoying. We have some advisors, some good people who is guiding us and give us a hand from tutelos.io. Our roadmap is in 3 phases. I will focus in phase 2, that is about the real estate business. Phase 1 would be the funding of the project. We are in a pre-seed phase. We haven't got any money from anyone still. See, if somebody is interested, I'll be around this couple of days. Phase 2, I will speak about the real estate business. And phase 3 is for the future, for a utility token in a platform. Let's speak. Can I invest in real estate? Yes, you can. Bob and Alice, always Bob and Alice. We have a small real estate investor and a small real estate entrepreneur. Which are the pains in this market? Entry barriers for small and medium investors and entrepreneurs, high costs of intermediation and networking, lack of information and transparency. I would add lack of liquidity as well. Are the solution? Yes. We have the crowdfunding, crowdlending, we have the blockchain to improve and to solve, to fix these problems we have been speaking about. Which is our proposal? We're going to have this as a real screenshot for our MVP. You can see there are a crowdfunding real estate crowdfunding platform. But as you can see, you have the MetaMask over there. So we're going with this financial structure for a smart contract. We're going to make one STO with smart contract per project, per real estate project. We have already done an MVP working on ERC20 tokens, but we're going to move to 1,400 tokens in the future. And we are using DAI or similar stablecoin to avoid volatility. The project workflow is fully running. You can see it in the GitHub. For me, the most important thing for applying blockchain in the real estate business is the liquidity markets. Security tokens will be listed in the future, in the next future, in exchanges. How does it work? 5 steps. Entrepreneur asking for money and to the platform. RealFund is the platform, is the marketplace, and we are going to charge fees to the entrepreneur and to the investor. Some people is going to fund the project. They can fund it with euros, dollars, Bitcoin, whatever. And it's going to be in a escrow account where the money is going to be held until it is funded. The moment that we are funded the project, we're going to give the money to the entrepreneur. This is not the last version. I'm saying that in Spanish. RealFund is getting a commission, a fee of 7%, and we are issuing the tokens that represents the share of the debt, because this is a loan that every investor is having. So you can see that the first one have 50, oh, that must be my time. So the project goes on, we are giving the interest each month according to the business project of finally repaying the loan. Why now? We have a market size huge in the real estate.
And we're out of time.
And
Sorry.
this is just the finish. The real estate market is going to grow. So if we add the liquidity, the future liquidity, it will increase even more than it is now. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Last but not least, EthicHub.
What is the... es esto, supongo. Hi. Hello, my name is Horian Brewster. I am CEO and founder of EthicHub. It's a marketplace for small farmers in developing economies with the aim to connect them with international lenders and direct buyers. So, because money has different value depending where it's located. While these farmers have to pay over 100% interest for local cash loans, we, in developed economies, find hard to get a good return on our savings. So this is the paradox of global economy. And this leaves Ismail and Vilma trapped into the poverty loop, because they cannot access enough working capital, they cannot increase their productivity, they have to pay a lot of interest, they have to underprice their crops to pay as fast as possible for the loan, and at the end they cannot save anything in order to be able to break this circle. So, and the worst of all is that they are good payers, but there is no record that they have been paying these loans for years. Our solution consists in organizing these farmers in order to ask for a collective loan. And we connect them with international lenders, so you can lend them €5 or whatever, and also to commodity buyers through a blockchain-based smart contract marketplace with full transparency and immutability. And our competitive advantage is that at the end, I am half Mexican, my partner is Mexican, we are starting with coffee in Mexico because we know how this works perfectly well. So we have a know-how in how to select the good projects in one side, and integrating the contract farming into the marketplace allow us to make sure that they are able to pay back the loan. And blockchain for sure is what makes possible that the crowd lending industry that was already growing super fast now can become a global thing and also reach these unbanked farmers. And only in Mexico, only in coffee, there are over 180,000 eligible farmers. So now imagine when we go to other crops and other countries, we are talking about trillion-dollar markets. Our business model is a fee revenue on both the lending activity. We take a 4% in each loan, and also in the selling activity, we take 3% in each product sale. And we have already conducted a fully successful pilot project with 60 farmers with 0% default rate. And our solution have already been recognized and awarded by Blockchain for Humanity, Spanish FinTech Award, the Spanish Public Agency for Development, and even Ship2B, that is the reference for impact investing in Spain. We have an amazing team that can master the implementation of this solution. And now we are on seed funding, so this is your opportunity to join us. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. So we will take a few minutes to decide, so bear with us here, and you will hear about the winners very soon. So first of all, I want to thank all the participants. I think that all presentations were very impressive and very interesting. It shows that you guys have put a lot of effort in it, and that there is a lot of thought and talent behind it. But that is life, and eventually there are only a few winners. In this case, 3. So without further ado, we will start with number 3. Ready for that? Jelurida.
Okay.
Number 2. The letter 2 should imply that it's together. And for number 1, when I said he's the last but not least, I meant it. EthicHub, sorry. Thank you all. We hope that those prizes will assist you in jumpstarting your business, and hopefully next year we will see you as a presenter here or as a speaker.
Okay, thank you very much to the organization. I deserve you a lot of luck in the project, and we will help the society and all the technology in the world. So thanks also all the time for the conference. I think it's very important this kind of conference could happen in Barcelona. I hear it's a very successful conference. I will help for sure also our country to develop more this technology.
Thank you so much. And this concludes our lineup for today. But remember that we have tomorrow. We have a lot of interesting panels, keynotes, and other types of content. starting from a speech by the Vice President of Catalonia that will be honoring us tomorrow. So I will see you all tomorrow. You are invited to come to our party today. Thank you all for coming.